Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to IELTS listening, so we can see that listening test format approximately like 30 minutes. So it is the time duration. The listening section is the same for both IELTS academic and IELTS general training. There are 4 parts. You will hear the recording only once. A variety of voices and native speaker accent are used, so you have to understand that. We can see native speaker accents, right? And if we take a look at sections, in section 1, a conversation between two people set in an everyday social context, right? Example, conversation about accommodation, uh, likewise. So when it comes to section 2, a monologue said in an everyday social context, like speech about local facilities or about arrangement for meals during conference. So this is what we can see in section 2, right? So section 3, a conversation between up to 4 people, say in an educational training contest, like as an example, university tutor and student discussing assignment, or group of people plan a project. And if you take a look at section 4, it's like talk, example, a university lecturer, maybe something is something related to subject matter. So these are the things that we can actually see about IELTS uh, listening test. Okay, so if you take a look at the tips and what kind of arrangement that you can do in your IELTS test, the first one, at the beginning of each section, read the question for the section carefully before the recording starts. That's the first thing. That's the first key thing that you have to do, because unless you do that, it would take plenty of time, and you will be confused when you hear the recording. Okay, and what you have to do is, at the beginning of the section, read the question for the section carefully, and before the recording starts, this will help you to follow the recording and identify the answer. That's the first thing that you should aware about before you face to the IELTS exam. Okay, so if you take a look at our second key feature, so after completing a section, it's better to look ahead and read the question for the next section than to worry about the last section. Okay, so don't worry about the last section. What you have to do is, if you finish the first one, so you have to straight jump out the next one. Okay, the third tip, you will sometime have lists of option to choose from as answer. So plenty of options that you will be given. So the possible answer may be listed in alphabetical order and not necessarily in order you will hear them. So you will sometimes have a list of options, right? So you have to understand that. You have to be careful related to that. And if you take a look at section number 4, be careful not to not the word limits. So if there is an instruction, right, write no more than 2 words, you have to be careful in that place, right? Writing more than 2 words will mean you will receive no marks at all for your answer, right? So even if some words are correct, some of the words are correct, so that's the thing. So make sure and be careful, right, to not word limits, right? So that's the other thing. And when it comes to uh, fifth tip, so try to listen for keywords. So in IELTS exam, if I have already completed reading section, so we have practiced these kind of skills, like how to skim how to do skimming and scanning, likewise. So what you have to do is try to listen for keywords. As an example, synonyms, words that have same, that what is the meaning of synonyms, right? Same meaning, similar words, likewise. So from the question, to help you identify the answer. For example, the recording you might hear, she likes going to the gym and playing tennis. On your answer sheet or screen, if you're having computer, IELTS in computer, this would appear as she's an active person. So instead of she likes to going to the gym and playing tennis, instead of that, you would see, she's an active person. So both are similar, right? So in that case, so if we take a look at IELTS, that synonyms are different than actual words. Maybe this sentence represent for another sentence, so it's not a synonym. So obviously you can see this is the this is the same idea of this sentence, right? So you have to understand that one as well. Okay, let's go to the next one. If you take a look at question types, a variety of question types are chosen from a following, like, multiple choice, matching, plan, map, diagram, labeling, form, note, table, flowchart, summary, right? And completion and sentence completion. So these are the various kind of questions that can be seen in IELTS listening. So if you take a look at multiple choice, in multiple choice questions, there is a question followed by 3 possible answers. In there, you can see that. And or beginning of the sentence followed by 3 possible ways to complete the sentence. You are required to choose one correct answer, A, B, or C. Sometimes you are given a longer list of possible answers and told that you have to choose more than one. In this case, you should read the question carefully to check how many answers are required. How it works? Okay, let's see. So multiple choice questions are used to test wide range of your skills. You may be required to have detailed understanding or specific point or an overall understanding of the main points of the listening test. So that is what you have to understand in multiple choice question section. When it comes to matching, you are required to match a numbered list of items from the listening test to a set of options on the question paper. The set of options may be criteria of some kind. So how it works? So matching access the skill of listen for details, and whether you can identify information given in a conversation on an everyday topic, such as different types of hotel or guest house accommodation. It also access the ability to follow the conversation between two people. It may be also be used to access your ability to recognize relationship and connection between facts in the listening text. Okay, so this is what we can find out from matching section. Okay, next one. Next question type is flow. Maybe form, note, table, flowchart, summary. Completion, and likewise. You are required to fill the gaps in an outline of a paper or of all of the listening test. In this text, the outline will focus on the main ideas, facts in the test. It may be, a form often used to record factual details such as names, likewise. So you will be given a form and you have to understand why a form is used. So next one, a set of notes used to summarize any type of information using the layout to show how different items relate to one another. And a table used as a way of summarizing information which relates to clear categories, example, place, type, and price. Flowchart is used to summarize a process that has clear stage with the direction of process shown by arrows, right? And let's jump up the next one. I guess that you can understand how the question types are given in your IELTS exam. Right. And next type of question is map, maybe a plan, maybe diagram labeling. So you are required to complete label or a plan, example, a building, map, a part of town as an example, or diagram example, piece of equipment, and the answer are usually selected from a list on the question paper. How it works. This type of task access the ability to understand, for example, of description of a place and to relate this to visual representation. This may include being able to follow language, express uh, special relation and directions. So straight on to the back door likewise. So these are the things that you can find out from the plan and diagram. Okay, so let's see about the what are the key details, and let's review what we have already talked about. The IELTS listening test is designed to access your ability to understand spoken English. The listening test is the same regardless of whether you are taking IELTS academic or general training module. So this is the first thing that you have to understand the paper, 40 questions, 4 section, and 30 minutes. So these are the time period and key details of the paper. So we have 40 questions, 4 sections, and 30 minutes, right? Get more difficult as you so 4 sections. So you have to be careful about these 4 sections, which we have already talked about. And the other key thing that you have to understand is you will only hear each passage once. It is vital you follow the instruction, right? At the end of the listening, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet, right? So you have 10 minutes. So this is the listening test. And spelling is important. Capitalization, it's not. And you have to know penalties for wrong answers, right? So we don't have a penalty, but wrong answer is that is wrong. So you will not given any marks for that. That's the thing that you have to understand, but not a penalty. Likewise, okay. Look for keywords. So let's talk about tips to prepare for IELTS listening one. First thing that you have to do is look for keywords in the question, underline or circle them in the questions. So this is what you have to do. And what is the situation? What is the topic? Who might be speaking? What might be the answer? Likewise, these are the questions in your head in that place when you are facing IELTS listening. So predict as much as you can. So you are given time to read, analyze the question, and look for keywords, just like nouns, verbs. These are the things. If in the question, if there is any keywords like dates, maybe nouns, maybe special nouns, likewise, you have to be prepared about that one. And let's go to the next one. Synonyms. Synonyms are important. There is often a word in question and a different word with similar meaning. Just like an audio. So synonym, a word, the question, word in a question, different word in listening. So it would be very confusing if you don't know exact idea related to the synonym. So you need to make this connection to answer the question. Okay, so if you take a look at the section 1, a conversation between two people set in an everyday social context, and section 2, and you can see a monologue set in everyday social context, everyday one. So section 3, a conversation between up to 4 people set in an educational or training context. Section 4, a talk, just like university lecturers. Okay. Right. So this is what you have to understand in IELTS listening, and we have to practice more about this listening. And I recommend you to follow British Council website, and also I recommend all of. I think I recommend you to have YouTube listening activities, but be careful when it comes to IELTS. But you have to have a proper practice related to the IELTS. If not, you will be confused related to what is general listening and the IELTS listening. What are the differences between that? Okay, so good luck for your IELTS exam.